What's going on, folks? We're going to get started in just a few moments. Welcome, first generation millionaires. I want to welcome each and every one of you for jumping on and listening to the information. Again, guys, hey, we're going to get started. Welcome, welcome. Again, welcome, 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 everybody. Hey, this is Benjamin McCray with First Gen Millionaires. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome to the tribe. We got a great training that I'm going to go over real quick, everyone. Just want to set something up here for recording. Hopefully, everyone is doing well. You can see my slides accordingly, guys. But here we are. We're going into the end of the month, going into the summer. Well, the second half of the spring, going into the summer, guys. And this is a critical time in business. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is goal setting. It is absolutely imperative, and I apologize for looking down here. I need to mute all my devices. All right, here we go. So it is absolutely imperative, guys, that if you're gonna reach an accomplishment, if you're gonna reach the next level, you have to become good at setting goals. Dreams without goals and action steps is nothing but a dream. So I wanted to go through a quick slide presentation that I snatched up here to go through how to set goals, whether it's a financial goal, a business goal, a rank goal, whether it's a physical goal in terms of becoming more healthy, whether it's a goal in your relationships, at your jobs. I mean, goal setting, if you become a master goal setter, it just sets you to another level. And here's the thing, is one thing to set goals. And when you get very good at setting goals, putting it in writing and having someone hold you accountable in that regards, then you become good at accomplishing those goals. Because when you take the time to write it down and map it out, after a few times of giving up just in the middle, you'll get tired of that. Understand what I'm saying? So, this is not part of, well, it's part of the training. I'm ad-libbing here. One of the key things, understanding that, let's say you want to go to a destination. And of course, that destination, you've never been there before. You have no clue how to get there. And let's say we have no GPS, and I will confess, I don't even go anywhere, and it's probably making me lazy mentally. I don't even try to memorize how to get to places. I put on a GPS to go to familiar places, okay? Because why occupy that brain mass? I don't know, I can't justify that. But here's my point to that though. In order to get to point A to point B, you have to visualize where you're going, and then you have to map out how to get there. And that's exactly what is required in goal setting, whereas you have to have vision to see where you're going and how to get there. So we're going to talk about that right now. A goal is a desired result that a person plans and commits to achieving. Key thing, as I just stated, is commitment. There's a lot of individuals, and I fall guilty, I say, man, I'm gonna lose X amount of pounds. But what I realize is, if I say I'm gonna lose a certain amount of weight or get a certain amount of in physical shape or whatever it may be, if I don't put it in writing, and if I don't have it where I commit to certain things every day, whatever, you just let it fall to the wayside. And you don't want that. Goal setting involves development of an action plan designed to motivate and guide a person or group towards that goal. You have to have the action steps, and it has to be motivating to get you to take action. You got to see the benefit. One of my mentors said, you have to zoom out, see where you want to be 90 days from now, see where you want to be a year from now today, see where you want to be 5 years, 10 years. They say a Chinese is a proverb where Chinese, they say they plan out 30 years, where many people only plan out 30 days. We need to broaden our vision and plan accordingly, not just for you today, but for the next generation is what we're all about. We're first generation millionaires. In order to become, you start with the first to become a millionaire to set up the next 2, 3, 4, 5 generations while you're gone. And you have to have goals, you have to have vision. Setting goals first is the first step, in turning your invisible into the visible. Having that vision, and vision is just to see things without it being in a material matter. However, when you have that vision, you put it on paper, and then it comes to fruition with the activity. All right. Why set goals? It gives you a long-term vision and a short-term motivation. That's so very true. You see where you're going. And here's the reality. Most individuals, if you don't put your goals in writing, you could be so much closer to your destiny. But if you don't have a measuring stick, if you don't have a way to gauge it, most people give up because they don't realize how close they are. So it gives you that long-term vision of where you're going and a short-term motivation. That's one of the things. It focuses on your acquisition of knowledge, and it helps you to organize your time and your resources so that you can make the very most of your life. Think about that. So once you set the vision and set the goals, now you align yourself up with the right people, the right resources, the right knowledge to get you to that destination. It allows you to measure your progress because you always have a fixed endpoint and a benchmark to compare with, which is what I just said. Whereas if your goal here, let's say it's to make a 6-figure income, you already, so now if you're with the company, and I'm in network marketing, I love network marketing. I teach and train and show people how to become successful in this space. So one of the ultimate goals is usually to become a 6-figure income. So no matter what company you're with, the question is, how do you get to 6 figures? So you have to understand what it is required to get there. And then you have to map it out accordingly and line yourself up with the right individuals. But what takes place is if you don't have clarity on the journey, you can get discouraged because you think that you're doing things and activities. And it's just like working out. I love to use the example in working out. One of the hardest things about working out, like right now, I have a goal to lose 50 pounds. Okay, I have a goal to lose 50 pounds. Here's the challenge in all of that. Any type of weight loss, any type of physical fitness, the challenge is it doesn't give immediate gratification. You don't lose weight immediately. You don't gain muscle mass immediately. It requires everyday cardio, working out, resistance weight, stretching, eating the proper foods. And that's a redundant, boring activity until it becomes exciting. And then you start seeing results. And now you can measure, say, oh man, I lost 10 pounds. I only got 40 more pounds to go. So you can measure it accordingly. But when you have individuals who say, I just want to lose weight, how much? If you don't have the question, if you don't have the answer to where you're trying to go, guess what, guys? You'll always get discouraged and come up short. A goal without a plan is simply a wish. A goal without a plan is simply a wish. Types of goals. You have short-term goals. A short-term goal is something you want to do in the near future, like a 90-day goal. Where do you want to be in the next 90 days? This is what we do as a team. We build our business in 90-day intervals. The near future can mean today, a week from now, a month from now, even a year from now. Short-term goal is something you want to accomplish soon. That's short term. A long-term goal is a goal which takes a long time to achieve. So you say a year from now, or really 3 to 5 years from now, would be considered a long-term goal. 3 to 5 years from today. One of my mentors, Jim Rohn, said, you can change your life in 3 to 5 years. You could be someone totally different, live in a totally different world in the next, really, he said, 18 months to 3 to 5 years. You can totally reinvent yourself and change your entire environment in the next 3 to 5 years. And here's the thing, that time is going to go by anyway. Where were you 3 years ago? I mean, think about that. That just went by so quickly. 5 years go by so quickly. So 5 years forward is going to take place, and you're going to be looking back and you're going to say, man, I'm wasting or I'm losing time. But if you're goal-oriented, becoming laser focused and moving with purpose, when you do that, you put yourself in a position where it gives you so much more gratitude because you see progress. Understand that. If you can't measure it, you can't grow it, they say. If you can't track it, it's hard for you to be in a position where you can celebrate the wins. So you want to have a long-term goal of 3 to 5 years. 3 years from today, I'm going to fire my boss. 3 years from today, I'm going to, I don't know, travel around the world, whatever it may be. I'm going to retire. I'm going to be debt-free. But then that's your long-term goal, zooming out. But now you zoom back in. So now you say, okay, that's my long-term goal. What do I need to do this month? What do I need to do in the next 90 days? And then you break it into little pockets that you measure. And as you measure them every 90 days, you're getting closer and closer to your destiny. SMART goals. What is a SMART goal? S stands for specific. You must be absolutely specific. I'm going to lose weight is not good enough. How much weight? I'm gonna increase my income is not good enough. How much money you're looking to earn? You must be absolutely specific. It has to be measurable, where you can guide it accordingly. You can measure it. It has to be realistic and achievable. Okay, we have those big bodacious goals, and you want to set those. But you have to be in a position where you can achieve those goals so you don't set yourself up for failure. All things can be accomplished. Understand that. If you believe it, you can achieve it. You just got to put the work in, put the right people around you, and have the right resources. All things can be achieved. Understand this, guys. It has to be realistic, where you say, hey, I'm going to lose 50 pounds in the next week. That's not realistic. You would like to accomplish that, but it's not achievable. It's not realistic unless you get very, very sick. Does that make sense, guys? So it has to be specific. It has to be measurable, where you can track it, you can gauge it, you can have your small celebrations. I lost a pound, congratulations. Or I increased my income by $100. I'm getting closer to 6 figures. It has to be achievable. It has to be realistic, and you must set a time limit on it. You gotta set a time limit on it. And I always encourage to set the time, to shorten the time frame, compound the effect. Success loves speed. So if it usually takes a year, get it done in 6 months. But of course, that's based on whatever it is you're looking to accomplish. So you want to set SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely goals. How to set these goals, and this is the last slide. Steps to setting your goals. One, again, and this is kind of redundant, you want to identify your goal. You must be specific. It is so imperative. Read the book Think and Grow Rich. Some amazing chapters in there where it speaks on being specific, having clear vision of what it is you're looking to accomplish. You have to set those objectives. What is it that You see the goal, you've identified it. What are the objectives? List the obstacles. What's going to get in the way, whether it's time, whether it's individuals, whatever the obstacles are, think of what obstacles will be in the way so you can destroy all obstacles. Identify your team. Nothing significant is accomplished without a team. I challenge you on that. Everyone has a strong team around them who has accomplished unusual feats, period. So you want to identify the people that's going to help you to accomplish those goals. You want to understand and identify the skill set that you must acquire or leverage. It doesn't have to be you. Who do you need to put around you who has the skills and the resources that's going to help you to reach your goal? And then you develop a plan, put it all together, map it out. And then you list the benefits. What does it mean to lose 50 pounds in the next 6 months or the next 90 days? What will that do for your health? What will it mean to get to a position where you're making $8,000 a month in the next 90 days because you went forward and accomplished a goal inside your business? You want to list the benefits of what that will do for you. I can pay off my debt faster. I can now retire from work and have more time freedom to be with my family and to really pursue my passion. You know, I can be a bright light for my team in accomplishing my goals and leading the way. These are the types of things you want to write down because those are the things that will move you and keep you moving towards your destiny. And the key thing is, guys, if you're not targeted, you will always miss a goal that you don't aim at. So with that being said, I appreciate you all for listening in, my first generation millionaires. Here's a goal I will give you. Make it a goal to become a millionaire. Not for the millions that you're going to accomplish, but for the person you must become in order to gain the millions. The people you must help and influence to gain the millions. If you don't come from a family of millionaires and wealth, let that begin with you. I thank you so very much. If you really enjoyed and appreciated this video on my YouTube page, please smash that like button and subscribe, share with this information. We're looking to build up the content. I appreciate you all. Your likes and your shares is going to help make this page even more relevant. Thanks again, guys. Set your goals and let's go out here and make this a great